All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back. It's Harmless Dave here, the real music observer, just observing real music in real time for real people, just like you right there, and just like me right here. Um, should Neal Schon just pack up his gear, pack up everybody who is in Journey Through Time, pack up the trademark, pack up some lawyers, and move to 2020 and take the new Journey Through Time concept and just make a journey? That is the question of this video. I just got through watching a whole bunch of clips that dropped on YouTube. People, any way you want it, lights, still they ride, and a real chestnut off the Evolution album called Lady Luck. You've got to have your Journey mojo on when these guys perform, because they're going into the vaults and they're going to pull stuff out that you're not accustomed to hearing. And the fan reaction has been over the top. Comments on YouTube like, this I'm interested in. You know, I'm kind of over the other band. This band I'm into. Greg Raleigh on the Hammond B3 again, sounding great, looking great, and just bringing back a whole flood of memories for people who had those albums with Steve Perry and prior to Steve Perry. And the truth be told, Dean Castronovo is the closest thing that you're going to get to Steve Perry. Singing in the original key, having no strain in the vocals when he's singing, and he's playing drums at the same time. All right, I've made this case before, but when you watch these videos, when you see this stuff come out, you're doing holy crap Batmans throughout the entire set. I mean, this is just great stuff. And Neal, of course, has his own music label. He could put this new journey together and put it out through his label and not have to worry about, paying a middleman or trying to get distribution. He's probably not going to get radio airplay anyway, so he doesn't need like an A&R department. He can just wing it, do it himself. Have me, I'll do a bunch of videos and tell everybody about it. And I'm sure there'll be a few of us out here who are pumped up about music that Neal Schon is creating and performing, along with, again, Greg Raleigh and Dean Castronovo. Not to mention that the rest of this band is just off the charts good. So, I guess looking into the current band and comparing this version of the band with, say, what just released on Eagle Rock, which was Frontiers and Escape, played from start to finish live. Production on that sounds almost like it was touched up a little bit of airbrushing going on. Whereas other than maybe boosting the volume on this stuff and just cleaning it up a little bit, I don't think anything was added synthetically to the Journey Through Time concert. It's a different type of atmosphere, smaller venue, more intimate, the whole black and white footage thing. The other thing is a big production on stage, a lot of posing going on, and it's just not, it's good, but it's not better than like live in Houston or anything like that. It's a good show, and it captures the band in their current configuration, doing a good job, not an A+ job, but a good job performing the songs from these two albums. Whereas the Journey Through Time thing is like pure nostalgia for Journey junkies, and we heard that a lot during that show. That there were a bunch of people in the front row, some nice ladies who were shouting things like, "We're Journey junkies." This is it, folks. So personally, I wish Neal would just pack it all up. I'm sure he's going to need some help legally to wrestle things away and to take this off into a different direction and to have the people in the band that he wants. But clearly, this is some really good stuff. And I think it would generate some new interest. It would bring fans from all generations together. You've got a lead vocalist who can hit all the notes, and he just sounds more like Steve than anybody else, except, there are a couple of tribute bands out there that are also really close. But Dean has been in Journey before. He knows these songs inside out, and I think he brings a certain chemistry and likability to the whole thing, and that is why I think it would be smart for Neal to kind of move on. And I thought he actually would this year, but the other band is booked in Vegas, as I talked about in my last video. But man, oh man, I think this band could sell out fairly large venues with this lineup, so long as they get to use the name Journey and not Journey Through Time. But that's just my opinion. You might have yours, but if you're in a chat room somewhere or in a hardcore Journey group, you really ought to check this music out if you haven't heard it yet. This is the best of the best, with Dean singing and Greg playing the Hammond B and Neal shredding it up. All right, see you soon.